Hi, it's Tara. I just wanted to give a quick video updating you on the facial palsy Botox that I had this past Friday. And today is Wednesday, so it's been 5 days since I had the procedure done. So again, this was the second Botox that I've had. And I would definitely say that this one, I am aware of the most improvement. It's definitely not earth-shattering improvement, but I do feel that my face looks better. The synkinesis in my eye is better. I think that's where I've seen the most notable improvement. And then also a little bit just in the general feel in my face and not feeling so much like I have Novocaine in my cheek all the time. So I guess real quick, since I know I did this in the last video that I did, I'll just do I'll go down my little facial expressions. And if you are so inclined to compare them, you're more than welcome to. I actually have not really done that. I haven't really kind of looked in the mirror and really focused on what looks better, except for the only thing that I feel I have noticed is, again, the eye, especially when I'm smiling. And I think when I'm talking a little bit too. So I don't know. So, all right, so let's see here. So I'll do a closed smile. And again, I think this eye is not closing as much. So I'm gonna try it again. And then I'll do an open mouth smile, my blank enclosure, I think, is the same. And the doctor did say that the Botox, which he puts in this area here, isn't to address the eye closure. It's really to address that synkinesis, that squinting that I do when I move my mouth. But let me close my eye. That's the full closure. I can almost feel it still open in there. The blank, I don't think there's been any improvement with that. What else? The eyebrows, still can't move my eyebrows at all. And now that I have Botox over here, because I think he was trying to even out, because there's like no wrinkles over here anymore, but there's wrinkles over here. He put Botox on this side too. So now I think my whole forehead is frozen, which is not really great for showing expression, but it is what it is, I guess. So anyway, let's see that. What else? Oh, my pucker. Again, I don't really think that's improved, but I just feel like my eye isn't closing as much when I do it. And then just generally talking, I feel like I'm not having as much of that like synkinesis in my eyes. So again, maybe you'll feel differently, but I think that the main improvement has been with that synkinesis. And then also just my face feeling a little bit less tight, which makes sense with, where the injections go in, because the idea is that you are relaxing that muscle. Whereas with the synkinesis, it's always just in a very tight state. And so I actually today just had a physical therapy Zoom with the physical therapist at the facial nerve clinic. And we were just kind of discussing, what I've been doing. I think for me, it's been the massaging that I've been the most consistent with. One, because I feel like I get the most benefit from it, and it feels good to kind of massage some of that tightness out. So I've been doing the massage around my eye, around the muscles around my eye. I've been doing the massage down the side of my nose. I've been doing where you stick your thumb with your other hand, you stick your thumb in your cheek and you kind of pull down, extend the muscle fibers in your cheek, and then pushing with your thumb to kind of, stretch out the tight muscles there. And then the closing of the eye, where you pull your eyelid down and you push up your eyebrow with your other hand for 30 seconds. So I've been pretty good about doing those on a daily basis. And I've also been much more mindful about just not having such exaggerated facial expressions. Noticing when I am feeling stress, which tends to cause me to tighten my face, of relaxing my face. And so the physical therapist and I were having this conversation, and it made sense, where it's almost like my face is like how someone learns how to ride a bike. That was kind of the analogy that I had, and I thought it was fitting. Where riding a bike, if you can ride a bike, it seems so easy. It's like, oh, you're just riding a bike, like, no big deal. But you don't really appreciate, once you can ride a bike well, all the motor skills that go into riding. The balance, the coordination, the muscles that are just naturally moving without even your conscious thought to keep you up on that bike. And it's a lot like with your face, where you take for granted, unless you have facial palsy, your face just kind of, your mind sending messages to your face and your face doing what it's supposed to do. And I think one of the benefits of especially the physical therapy and the meditation, the mindfulness meditation that I've been doing, is really making that connection of what your face is doing, really being aware of the motor function in your face. I think the awareness is the first part. And then once you're aware of what your face is doing and how all these little motor muscles are working, and firing off, and how the synkinesis is affecting things, I just think that awareness in a weird way, or just in like a subconscious way, helps to improve your function of your face and minimize that synkinesis. I don't know if I'm doing a good job of explaining that, but I would just say the long and short of what I'm trying to convey is, if you haven't done, and I wish I could give it to you, and maybe if you Google it, you could find something, but a meditation specific to facial palsy, where they try to have you really localize the different parts of your face and relax those tense muscles, and try and make the connection of both sides of your face, what your good side is doing, trying to have that be mirrored on your palsy side. I think that's the first step, if you're not doing that, to really having a holistic understanding of what's going on. So anyway, a longer video than I planned. I hope it was helpful to you. And I hope that if you are dealing with facial palsy, that you're keeping your spirits up and that you're taking care of yourself. And I can tell you, as somebody who's been going through this for a year and a few months now, and obviously has, a lot of areas where I can improve, with what's going on. And definitely not one of those cases, which I hope you are, and I think most people are, where they do have spontaneous recovery from this condition. But if it gives you any solace to know that even if you're in that worst case scenario, which is probably where I am, actually, which is definitely where I am, that it gets better. It gets better mentally, it gets better physically. It just does. So if you're early in this and you're afraid, which is very natural, speaking from somebody kind of not on the other side, but many, many steps down, you will be okay. I promise. All right. Thanks. Have a good day.